Hey guys, Crowangel Gaming here, bringing you the latest mods for Fallout 4 on the PlayStation 4. Before I get started, much as I promoted on my recently uploaded now Skyrim Remastered latest mods, I have done a little mini movie which should be up on the channel now if you haven't already seen it. It's called Freaky Friday the 13th, The Bride of Jason. It's basically a computer generated Edge movie which I did using the GTA 5 GTA Online Edge engine. Even if you're not a fan of the Grand Theft Auto games and that would be something that would put you off, please check it out because it really doesn't have much to do with GTA other than the fact that I used that the environment to actually make the video movie. Put a lot of time and effort into it, and it's about 45 minutes long, so it isn't a massive thing to actually sit through. And there's a lot of comedy elements in there as well. It, so if you could please check it out, I'd be greatly appreciative. Leave a like on it if you want, and if you do like it, feel free to actually share it on and basically spread it as much as you actually can. Apologise for the speech impediment there. It's just this is something that's really been quite important to me over the thing, so obviously I get a lot more worked up about it. Anyway, last week we covered the audio mods for for this one, Fallout 4, yeah. Next week we'll be covering the Automatron one, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But anyway, this week's on to the latest mods for Fallout 4. So, right off the bat, we have got Fallout 3 Fallout 4 Automatron Edition. Requires the DLC for Automatron, a mod that comprehensively fixes where possible bugs, glitches, and annoyances in Far Harbor, whilst restoring a lot of unused content. Now the PlayStation 4 players get to see what they have been missing. Again, a version of that for Nuka World Edition and fixes all editions for base game as well, if you haven't got any of the downloadable content. Quantum Power Armor buff adds an effect to the Nuka-Cola Quantum Power Armor. In his opinion, makes it an overpowered but much better reward, which adds lots of points to special except intelligence, so it doesn't break leveling, and has better, possibly too much damage resistance. Okay. Clean and Smooth Norwegian Beach, PlayStation 4 version. Okay. As you can see from the mod on there, it does clear up a lot of Norwegian Beach. I'm going to put that onto my favourites because there are quite a few settlements I do need to go back to at some point, because I am planning to do a fresh playthrough. My other character, who basically is my self lookalike, I pretty much did everything that needed to be done. I got halfway through the that's Nuka World when all the other games came out, so I was thrown off a little bit, but I am planning to go back at some point with mods and do a complete playthrough. Just don't exactly know when, but if anyone's been following my channel, they'll see that I've recently gone back to Dragon Age Inquisition, and that game is now, I think, was it 3-4 years old, so there is hope yet. Power armors and weapons rebalance. Messing around with power armor weapons, trying to rebalance them. First, the language filter is really intense. You might see some funny words here and there. Starting a fresh changelog. Power armor as of now only T45, T51 and T60 armors. Added damage resistant types, cryo, fire and poison. That scales with upgrades equally to the energy damage resistance that is already in the game. Set it up and allow power armor pieces to fit two different miscellaneous mods. Example, jetpack and medic pump. I did this for the XO1, but haven't made any other changes to the XO1. Gauge makeover. Requires a DLC for Nuka World. As you can see from the screenshots, it turns him from being like a mohawk into basically a bit more of a regular looking type of person. His own personal tweaks to gauge appearance that he used in his own game footage. Share it with everybody else in case they were interested. Fair enough. Part 3, Modified Creatures, Nuka World Edition. Part 3 of 3 of Overhauling Wasteland Adventure, more dangerous and more fun. You need all the parts to get these, including I'm not going to try and pronounce that thing, but bacterialized clones, mouses, crocobran, bloodworms, radiants, gorillas, fresh circle troopers, more spawn locations and unlocked locations, more regular enemies everywhere. Okay. Rocket House Blues. Actually, that does look pretty good, just from that one screenshot. Rocket Man. Okay, just when you thought it was going to be an ordinary day in the Commonwealth, something very peculiar parks itself above Sanctuary Hills. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it a kind of thing you see after some pretty bad chems? I like the comedy on this one. You better go investigate and prepare yourself for a very strange morning. Hint: to investigate, go to see what Sturgis has built in Sean's old room. Unfortunately, the quest portion of this mod may not function correctly on the PlayStation 4, as the PlayStation 4 won't accept external scripts. Yeah, tell us about it, you bastard Sony. You can, however, enjoy the new location. Okay, so basically, if you're looking for a new location to explore, play at home, hovering above Sanctuary, which you can see there in that little screenshot, and this is a close of what it looks like. Basically, this turns your home from the base game, by the looks of it, into a floating home. There you go. Craft and dismantle weapons. Have you ever come across a gun mod that you cannot craft but want to transfer it to your gun, but are frustrated that you have a craft a standard mod first? Have you ever collected Deathclaw hand and thought, I could make a Deathclaw gauntlet with this? Okay, so if yes, then the answer to the question, this is a mod for you. Features: remove any mod from a gun without having to replace it. Make a free gun template out of any standard legendary gun at the chem station and put mods onto it at any weapon station. Okay, so basically just allows you to dismantle any gun and basically put them onto whatever gun you want. Curie combat fix. This should fix any issue where Curie doesn't use her default weapon properly after becoming a synth. She should no longer go into punching things at close range. I tested for several hours on his own game and never saw her take a swing at anyone. This will likely conflict with any other mod that alters Curie. Should work on you in the existing game. Simple forward, dog meat, Vault 111B. Okay, curious about this. That is actually pretty good. Looks like someone's created their own vault using the crafting system. Somewhere amongst the ruins in the Commonwealth, just a stone's throw from the quaint Sanctuary Hills, lays mysterious Vault 111B. Situated just a few yards away from the people who turned you into a human ice cube, Vault 111B holds its own mystery for you to discover. Originally intended to be a quest mod, he ran into a few problems when realising you can't upload your own scripts with PlayStation 4 mods, so he's uploaded it as a place to explore as well as a settlement workshop. Okay, again, Sony really need to actually drop this lack of scripts and things, because it is hampering so much on the PlayStation 4. I know there's a lot of people out there saying about doing petitions and stuff to get them. I don't think that's going to do any good, but if someone does know of something that's a widely known petition out there, let me know, because I will gladly sign it, because I'm getting sick and tired of some of the lack of mods that we get on here compared to the Xbone and the PC versions. It is something that in a way prevents me from wanting to pick up and play through yet again, even though I do intend to go back at some point. It's with the lack of external assets and some of the mods that are out there, I seem more content at the moment to just give you guys the reviews rather than actually try out a lot of these, because I don't seem to have that eagerness. Skyrim, on the other hand, there's a lot of stuff, because the game was designed for PlayStation 3, so seeing it on the PlayStation 4 is a little bit more of enhancement over when you actually play with the mods. Most of the mods I'm seeing for Fallout 4 don't seem as good, because the game was already made for the PlayStation 4. So if we can finally get some of these external scripts stuff dropped, then it might encourage me to want to play this a lot more and do a lot more videos for it. But I don't know. It's probably just asking way too much of Sony. Basically, this one is for Dogmeat Buff. This mod makes Dogmeat health go from 100 to 500 and its damage go from 1 to 50 to 55. If you have any problems with this mod, let him know. God raise off, so straightforward. Player skill based hacking immersive. STC Scrapback Commonwealth alpha version. A collaboration mod with Tim Tinman. Load order critical, full description. What it does allows you to pick up, move, and scrap basically any object in any outdoor cell in workshop mode without breaking pre-combines previs or negatively affecting frames per second. Gives you access to a workbench that can be moved and or called to your location anywhere in the Commonwealth to enter build mode. Okay, this is actually sounding pretty good. Allows you to store any object in one settlement and place it in another, providing it is an item you have the ability to build. This only works with items you are able to build. Example, this would not work with the red rocket unless you are able to build red rocket from your build menu. What is not scrappable or movable is NPCs and creatures, markers, forms without a 3D model, or and anything with a must persist keyword such as workbenches. These objects will be scrappable in optional add-ons for STS. Load order example: any landmass, mods, settlement objects, USO, clothing, etc. Insignificant object remover, Scrapback Commonwealth, Scrapback Settlements, STS add-ons, clear and smooth mods, revamp mods over settlement mods, and UCOs. We cannot recommend revamp and clean and smooth or any other settlement mod that you place after this mod. If you place before this mod, items will reappear. If placed after, some objects may be unscrappable. Okay. Build anywhere, again, that's part of this a lot. Balance craftable ammunition. Gas mask with helmets. Gas mask with helmets did for DLC and regular. Balance craftable ammunition, again, for regular game, base game. ZKG Weather Override, Clear Skies Edition. Blitz Ridiculous Range. Makes the Blitz perk, both ranks give you 100 times the distance instead of 2 to 3 times more of the distance. Horrible unbalanced and looks silly as hell. Okay. Ghouls of the Commonwealth. Snipers of the Commonwealth. This mod adds more than 150 enemy snipers on top of buildings, broken bridges, or guarding some locations. They have good accuracy and perception. Besides that, this mod will add new textures to the Zero Sword or Vanilla. The best you can do because of their restrictions. They are unique weapons, so they can't modify them on Weapon Workbench. Raider Sniper, equipped with pipe snipers, can be found in regions dominated by raiders, Lexington, Corvega, example. Gunner snipers, survivors, a new group of enemies. They are just trying to survive and don't trust anyone besides his friends. They can be found in places that have loot, houses, etc. Brotherhood of Steel snipers, Zero. Unique NPC, not hostile, only the player can kill him. Borderlands 2 reference. Was a perfect killing machine of the Institute. He is fast and lethal. He can use the ability Deception that makes him invisible for a moment. He escaped from their captivity and now is hunting every single synth. He has Lekuda, a legendary sniper that shoots 2 bullets, and Zero Sword, a weapon that do more damage the more you attack the same target. Okay. Zero, one unique NPC again, hostile. 02, he has a Skull Smasher powerful legendary sniper. 03, so he's added a bunch of his own in here as well, including Oriella, a unique NPC, not hostile, and the player can kill her. Borderlands pre-sequel reference. Okay. Okay, so that actually does sound pretty good. There's a quick look at some of the swords that you can pick up. They're very basic design, but he's added his own statistics onto them as well. ZKG, Zayton Killing Grounds mod, base level. Acquires Automatron, Wasteland Workshop, Far Harbor, Contraptions Workshop, Voltec, Nuka World, etc. etc. Uh, This mod is tested on PlayStation Pro. It may cause stability issues on regular PlayStation 4. He's not sure. The sheer amount of war zones and size of explosions may drop your frames per second. The mod is made primarily for himself in mind. The Zeta Killing Ground mod adds a whole new spin on things in the Fallout 4 world. Zetans have been showing up an increased interest in the Commonwealth and are less shy about landing their hyper aggressive and bent on total destruction. So strap on your tinfoil hat and get ready for a whole new dynamic to add to your gameplay. Aliens now have dynamic factions and have been scattered throughout the Commonwealth for DLC locations, and they are deadly. Oh, and they can blow up, and you can blow up their UFO, so that's pretty cool. Okay, no, I've already put it on there. I'll add this one to my download list when I eventually do get in, because it does seem like something a little bit better to do instead of going around just doing a random quest. Railroad Courser Grenades, Tribals of Commonwealth. Okay. The mod adds tribal group into the world. They prefer to live far away from society, are often found in the wilderness, and do not like to be disturbed. They will attack in case you get too close. For an example, there is one group near USAF Olivia. The core of the face tattoo represents their function in the group. This is a work in progress mod, so feedback is welcome. Tribal Warrior Black Tattoo, Tribal Chief Red Tattoo, Tribal Berserk Blue Tattoo, Tribal Huntress Green Tattoo, Tribal Frenzied White Tattoo, Lonafor, a unique NPC, Sarana, a unique NPC, Father, unique NPC, Maniac, again, unique NPC. So he's added quite a few of his own stuff in there, which I commend him for on that. And a couple of screenshots there just to give you an idea of what they are. Okay, add that to my favourites. Ammo is gold. Minutemen SOS grenades. Remove settlement limitations. Okay, this might come in handy for anyone who likes to settlement build. It changes things left in the Oblivion Skyrim. Okay, basically, so you put all values he found blank to equal to 0. Things that include magic, magicka, karma, gold, and currency. Should make the border virtually non-existent. Just ignore the green lines anywhere except for Hangman's Alley, as you could not find any way to change it. Okay, so if you want to build in your settlements and not have any limitations like the outer border, you can now build beyond that. NFDS survival book. Overpowered dog meat, restored content, mythical creatures. Part 1, modified creatures, powerful courser, under armor, custom vanilla assets, immersive gameplay for PlayStation, PlayStation 4, no power armor strength cap, Nuka World, standalone immersive gameplay, make static, decorator tool, the time tunnel. Okay. It is long theorized that by the boys at the Institute that the effects of splitting an atom could potentially tear small holes in our universe. This belief, along with the unlimited funding allowed by the Institute to locate one of these holes at the ruins of Sanctuary Hills. How about that? And using their expertise in theoretic physics, have managed to create a doorway into the past. Okay. Quest 1 has been added, obtained from the NPC located at Sanctuary Hills Time Tunnel. Subtitles required due to no voice acting. That's fair enough with me. Quest mods work just as well with text-based instead of storyline based. Instead of the voice acting, should I say. So yeah, sign me up for that one. And I'll actually keep an eye on this one as well for future updates, because I think it says but that we're having Quest 1 has been added. Right there, they are probably going to add some more stuff with the multiple door system, as you can see behind the NPC there. Finch Farm and Grey Garden Overpass. Far Harbour standalone immersive gameplay, clean and smooth Bunker Hill, Concord Tunnels starting bonus room, Part 2 of modified Nuka World creatures, UCO Pip-Boy Color Swapper Enabler, UCO USO even, Vault-Tec Workshop add-ons, Simple Yellow, Simple Seasons, basically adds tree colour back into your game. As you can see there, instead of having it all desolate, if you want the game to have a bit more simple green and tree life back into your game, and there you go. Settlement build budget times 10. Freemaker Automatron, so queues for Minecraft fans. Wacky Weapons Workshop, Free Crafter base game, Free Crafter Automatron, Simple Green, again goes back to adding extra stuff for making the wasteland look less wastelandy. USO Nuka World add-on, Simple Camping for Season Pass, still don't get the point of that. Dogs Not Brahmin. USO base game core components, USO Contraptions Workshop add-ons, USO Far Harbour add-ons, Unlock Ballistic Weave, Teddy Bear Grenades, okay, say no more. Custom Paint for Power Armors, the Beantown Interiors Project, Buffed Minutemen Militia Part 2, Weapon Pack for Mage Fists and Magic, okay, Wacky Weapons Workshop, See-Through Scopes, Weapon Pack for Bioweapons, Labyrinth, Light Sword, kind of looks a bit like a attempt to do a lightsaber type of thing. Freemaker Season Pass, okay. Automatron add-ons, STS Vault-Tec Workshop add-ons, STS Nuka World add-on, Power Armor Frame Crafting, again, STS Far Harbour add-ons, Gauges Overhaul, okay. Manufacturing Overhaul for Season Pass, new and expanded buildable areas and scrapping. You can now craft a robot workbench, cheat weapons, no build limit. This is something I definitely want to add onto my list because I like to build big. Choose your own perks. STS, scrap that settlement. I already failed that one. Pre-walled settlements. John Marston's 44 Seeking Bullets. ZKG, I hate bramble bushes. I hate bramble and shrubs. And that's it. Sorry about skipping through the last one. I am keeping an eye on the time, and I realised I was coming up to my half-hour limit, if not already gone past it. There was a lot more mods in there this week than I was actually intending. Usually when it comes to Fallout, it's the topic. When it comes to the latest mods, they tend to be a lot more repeating of stuff that you've seen in previous videos, but I did see a lot more in there, which hopefully they'll still have it on there the next time I come around, so I can focus a bit more time onto them because they'll be further down the inventory then. Don't forget, next week I'll be covering the buildings. I think I said, was it? No. Next week I'll be covering the Automatron mods, and this is where it'll start to differ from the ones I'm doing on Skyrim, because on Skyrim I'm doing the buildings next week, but there's an extra category for Fallout mods. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, and I'll catch you next week. And please don't forget to check out my self-made movie. You can find it at hashtag Bride of Jason. Find it under my playlist for Crowangel Gaming Productions, and it's called Freaky Friday the 13th Bride of Jason. And I've also got the basic teaser trailer up for the second part, which is going to be called Origins of Evil. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Check them out, and I'll see you next week. See ya.